All right, good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming through on Saturday, and thanks for all of you who've tuned in live this morning. Apologize for the short delay. We had our Generators Leadership Workshop before this, and you know when I get to the talking, there's no stopping. But we're here now, and I welcome you all to DuePoint. DuePoint, we believe, is the foremost wealth creation company in South Africa today. I know at the beginning it sounds like I'm making a marketing statement, but you'll understand by the end of this presentation why it's actually a factual statement. We believe that we are probably the last option South Africans have to create real lifetime wealth. This is a huge issue that we have in South Africa, and something that we wanted to address nearly 5 years ago. We saw it coming. Most South Africans didn't at the time, and most South Africans today don't realize the financial crisis that they are in. This morning I will be telling you just facts. It may feel like this sounds like something that's been put together, but it's not. It's just facts. Go afterwards, do the research, go and do some Google searching, talk to some economists, and they'll tell you exactly what I'm going to tell you. But 5 years ago already, we knew this. And we started sitting down and we started looking at what we saw was a shrinking client base. Less and less South Africans were able to buy our products. We are part of an insurance company called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. This is a 7-decade-old listed public company. And we were starting to see shrinkage. We asked ourselves the questions why, and very soon we discovered why. The problem was that South Africans were losing control of their finances. Now, finances have two sides. One is the creation of income, and the other is expenditure. And we were losing control as individuals of both. And this meant that we were heading towards the crisis that we are now in. Every South African, whether they accept it or acknowledge it, are in financial crisis right now. How did we lose control of our income? Well, we cannot anymore control our income. People say to me, no, that's not true. I can control my income. I can change jobs. Really? Can you change jobs? People say, no, well, I'll just go and get reskilled and I'll do another career. Really? How many South Africans can just reskill? Who pays for them while they're reskilling? Who feeds them while they're reskilling? No? Some person might say, well, I'll just start my own business. Oh, okay. In a recessive economy, have you got the capital, the network, the idea, the people, the legislation, the licenses, the officers, the accountants? We don't have these things, have we not? No. And in your current job, can you change your income? Can you go to your boss on Monday morning and say, listen, this is just nonsense. You need to give me a 100% raise. You need to give me a 10% raise. Can you do that? Can anyone? No. In South Africa today, and you don't have to accept it, but it's the truth, we have zero opportunity to change or increase our income. Zero. It's gone. We are now part of what's called a recessive income. That's an economy that is decreasing gradually every year. A decreasing economy means that there are less and less businesses open every year. The mines are pulling out. Okay, we know a very close friend of mine is in fact the head HR lady at Anglo. Every year for as long as I've known her, she's been retrenching people. For like the last 10 or 15 years, she's been retrenching people. 3,000 at a go. They've now got rid of about 160,000 people. That's 160,000 jobs that are lost in one business in South Africa. But they are shrinking. Less businesses, less jobs. But we're not stopping growing. Every year we add 350 to 400,000 matriculants into the economy. But there were less jobs this year than there were last year, but there are 400,000 more people looking for jobs. In fact, if you take the people who lost their jobs last year, plus the new matriculants that entered the economy in 2019, it was 600,000 new people that came in looking for jobs that were not there. We do not have the ability, ladies and gentlemen, to control our income. It's gone. But on the other side of the same coin, we can't even control our expenditure. Can we control our expenditure anymore? Well, one would say, yes, no, we can budget. We'll cut things out of our budget. We'll buy less. No, I agree. Those are things we can do. But when we have 7 petrol price increases, with an 8th one coming now in June, and a VAT increase, and inflation for you and me on the ground is therefore about 23% for 2018, how do we keep up with the expenditure? You guys know every time you go to the shops every week, are the prices the same as they were the week before? No. Every week I go to the shops, they're more expensive. For everything. For everything. It's more expensive and more expensive and more expensive. But I'm not earning anymore. If you got an increase that was less than 23% last year, you got poorer this year. You got poorer. If they gave you 6%, or they gave you 10%, or they gave you 4%, it wasn't even close to inflation last year. And what the economists are telling us is that that's actually been happening to us for the last 2 decades. We were able to buy more with our rands 20 years ago than we can today as individual citizens. We have lost control, and we are now in crisis. We are now in crisis. And we knew 5 years ago that this crisis would come. It was inevitable. If you watch our training on this last Saturday morning, after this presentation, the person who connected you asked them to show you. And I'll show you then in a video why we knew even 5 years ago that this crisis was inevitable. And so we needed to come up with a solution. And we did. We came up with a permanent solution for South Africans to use to get back control of their finances. We call it the DuePoint system. It allows you as individuals to connect with us as wealth engineers, we call you, and we give you one task. You're not going to be selling stuff. You're not going to be running around dragging product with you, whatever that product might be. You're not going to be begging people to buy. You're not going to be doing presentations. No. No South African wants to do that. No South African has time to do that. What you're going to do is you're going to use our technology that's already on your phones at the moment. We're going to show you how to unlock it today. And we're going to use that technology to connect South Africans to us, no matter where they are in the country, no matter what time of the day. We're going to use that tech to connect. As you connect individuals to us, you allow us to spread our distribution as a corporate. By doing that, we increase our revenue, and our revenue then is used to create recurring wealth for you. We're not in the business of cash here, ladies and gentlemen. We don't sell products. We don't hand out cash to people because that does not create wealth. What does wealth do? Wealth changes circumstance. Wealth gives control. Wealth is income that is recurring. It is income that is there every month, no matter what you're doing. You see, if you deal with cash, then every month you've got to be selling. You've got to run to your friends and beg them to buy. Please buy, please buy, please buy, in order to keep it going. And then when they stop, or these things that come and go disappear, your money's gone. And your circumstances haven't changed, and you are not in control again of your finance. You are back in crisis. Here at DuePoint, we create an income that's there every month, no matter what you're doing. Whether you're sick or healthy, whether you're at work or on holiday, it's an income that comes in every single month. It is real wealth that we create for you. We've designed it in South Africa, by South Africans, for South Africans. And so we understand your circumstances. We understand that you're busy. We understand that you have very little time. We understand that you might not know a lot of people, that you're shy and don't like selling. We understand the thing that you're worried that we're one of those things that come and go. We know all of these things. And so we've fixed all of them in our system. First of all, you're dealing with a company that was registered in 1952, 68 years old. We're not coming and we're not going. We've been here a long, long time. We do not ask you to sell or present or drag stock around, so it takes no time for you to do this business. We have built a business that allows you to leverage others' time, others' skills, others' capabilities in building wealth for you 24 hours a day. Even as you sleep, your channels, this technology can be used to create wealth for you, even as you sleep. This is not one of those things that you've been involved in before. And we give you use of this system at no cost. By simply being a product owner at DuePoint, you get free access to our systems, our people, our offices around the country. You are given access at no additional cost. This is not one of those things like the ones you've been to before, where this morning you have to hand your credit card over, or hand a wad of cash over, or buy a starter kit, or buy application forms, or pay for training. My goodness, I've been to all of them. Those put you in a loss-making position before you've made a cent. Here at DuePoint this morning, you will pick up the tool without a cent passing from your hands. And this afternoon, you will be creating wealth with us, because that is the business that we are in here. You're also not selling, so you're not representatives or agents or intermediaries or advisors or brokers of ours. You're simply connecting. And it means that no matter what education or experience you have, or what your circumstances may be right now, you can be a wealth engineer. No one is excluded. And no one is therefore excluded from creating a proper asset. That is what we build. When I say that we are the foremost wealth creation company in the country, I say it because we build assets. What are assets? Well, assets are things you don't have to chase after every month. They're things that produce income for you every month. They're things that are that you can price and sell. They're things that will transfer from you. In our system, your channel, and the income you earn during your lifetime will automatically be handed over to your children when you pass away. And they will be able to take your channel and grow it further But at the very least, they will earn what you earned during your lifetime. And so, we too are the only intergenerational wealth creation company in South Africa today. We don't just build for today. We build for every generation to come after you. Being 70 years old, we can take that viewpoint. We can look at the fact that we're going to build wealth for not only this generation, but the generations to come. We've had a very interesting chap on our stage about a year ago talking about the state of the South African economy. And he said, if we changed our policies and turned this country around tomorrow, it would take 70 years before the citizens of South Africa will return to the position they should be in. 70 years. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very interesting problem in South Africa. And that is that there is no solution that will restore us to the position we want to be in. There is none. But at DuePoint, we have created a tool that says you as an individual can create a bridge over that gap. You as an individual. There's no policy from above that will change it for all of us. But we have created a tool of wealth that means that you can bridge that 70-year gap. You can bridge it. That's what we put on the table for you, and you will find nothing like it anywhere in the country today. Our tool allows you to connect individuals to us by simply tapping your smartphone. If you're able to tap your smartphone, you can be a wealth engineer. By tapping your smartphone and connecting people to us, our technology starts building platforms of distribution for you. It connects individuals that you have connected to us. These individuals go out, they do the same thing. They watch these presentations, they use our tech to connect people, and as they do that, your platform of distribution starts expanding. We have seen this thousands of times over the last years that we've been doing this. Platforms that spread out across the country. We then, as the insurance company, come and do all the work for you. We do it, not you, we do it. We come along and we facilitate the distribution of our products into this platform. You are not selling. And without selling and without presenting, your wealth is formed in our system. We then distribute this wealth to you in two ways. The first way is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you R27.50 for every product paid in your channel every month that it is paid, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel that payment is made. So for instance, you're going to go out, you're going to connect a couple of your friends to us. They'll take their products, they'll make their product payments, and we will pay you R27.50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. 55 Rand every month for every product payment made in your channel. This gives you interesting control. First of all, it's a recurring income stream. This is not like when you had to sell pots and pans and milkshakes and cleaning agents and toiletries and all the things that I have seen, where you got cash when someone bought and then it was gone. Here we run on that debit order system, financial services products. Every month the debit order is raised. Every month your income comes in. No chasing after people to buy again every month. No worry that the stuff will go off or there'll be no delivery of it or it's broken when it's delivered. None of that. It's a simple single connection with a recurring stream of income. It doesn't matter how much they paid you for the pots and the pans that you were selling. It'll never ever equal the amount you can create in a recurring stream of income every single month. But you have further control. In our system, if they take 2 products, you get 110 Rand. 3 products, you get 165 Rand. 4 products, you get 220, and so on and so on. Single connections, now creating streams of wealth for you in our system. But these people won't sit there and do nothing. They'll connect people to us. And when they do and they pay for their product, you get R27.50 multiplied by 200% again, 55 Rand. 55 Rand. You've been here 5 minutes in this example, and you've already created 1,000 Rand a month income stream for yourself. Not once off. It's now a stream of 1,000 Rand every single month. That's 12,000 Rand a year, off of the back of a handful of connections. Maybe it's not enough, so you put more time in, more connections in, and your channel will continue to grow. It'll grow, and you will earn on a diminishing basis down to the 8th point. But from the 8th point on, there is no cutoff. There is no limit. There is no ceiling to the potential of your earnings. From the 8th point on, you always get 4% of R27.50 for every product payment that you qualify to earn. Folks, everything we do in South Africa today has a ceiling over our heads. Everything. You know what your ceiling is. You can guess what you can imagine you can earn. I do training here all the time, and I talk to people, I say, in your wildest dreams, how much would you like to earn? The highest I've ever had of anybody say it to me was 80,000 Rand a month. And I was like, wow. There is a ceiling over your head when you want to earn $5,000 a month as the maximum. Because you know that's what it is. It's $5,000. Why would $5,000 be your wildest dream? $5,000 a second maybe in my wildest dreams. Not 5,000 a month. You see, we think in rands. We should not be thinking in rands, ladies and gentlemen. The rand is now 15 to 1 nearly to the dollar. It's worthless. It's worthless. When I say in your wildest dreams, you need to be saying, Brendan, I want to earn 5 million rand a month. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. But people have ceilings over their heads, and they know it. And so their dreams have shrunk to the height of the ceiling. That's where you've pulled them down to there. At DuePoint, we take the ceiling away. There's no limit to how much you can earn here. There's none. It's all going to depend on 2 ingredients. How many people you're willing to connect to us, we call that numbers, and how much time you're willing to spend with us. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme because there's no such thing. All these things that promise you wealth in 90 days and, cryptocurrencies and forex trading, and you'll be rich. Yeah, no. Why? Because you'd all be there if that was the truth, weren't you? You'd know people that had got rich, which you don't, because it doesn't exist. But if you can put 2 ingredients in, time and numbers, with us, then we can create any level of wealth you want. Any level that you want in our system. We can even calculate it for you. We can. We've been around many years. Enough years to know what the numbers are and to be able to calculate how much you can expect to earn with us. We use a very reasonable growth rate formula that we believe fits into everybody's very busy lifestyles. We call it 3 + 2. It says in your first month with us, you have to add 3 people. When I said it was a reasonable growth rate, I meant it was a reasonable growth rate. 3 people. How many of you can tap your phones 9 times? If you can tap your phones 9 times, you've connected 3 people to us because it takes 3 taps per person. If you can do that, it doesn't matter how busy you are, I know you can tap your phone 9 times in a month, then you've connected your first 3 people to us. And then +2, every month thereafter you have to connect 2 people. That's it, just 2. I'm not asking for thousands of people. I'm not asking for 8 hours a week. I'm asking for 3 and then 2. Now, you can grow at any rate. You can put 100 people in if you want. You can put 1 person in. All it does is just going to shift the maths. But to show you this morning what you can reasonably expect to earn, put 3 in and then 2 every month thereafter. If you can do that and we apply all of our mathematics. Ladies and gentlemen, what does our mathematics include? Our mathematics includes all the people you're going to put in today and tomorrow that are going to never pay for their product. That includes that. You can't get heartbroken about that. I didn't ask you to make sure they paid. I asked you just to connect them to me. Okay? It's going to include all the people that'll pay a bit and then cancel. And it's going to include all the people who are going to laugh at you and say this is a pyramid scheme, a scam. It's one of those things. They'll be here today and they'll be gone tomorrow. Other products are rubbish. All of those things. It includes those people. Okay? So you don't have to worry about those people now. You see? I'm removing all the things that you were worried about. Or you don't worry about those people. Okay? It includes all the people that are going to come in and promise you the world. This is awesome. I love DuePoint. Watch this month 100 people. And then they block you on WhatsApp and unfriend you on Facebook. Yeah? All of those people that you are going to meet, you are no longer allowed to worry about them because we have given you one task. What was the one task? Just keep connecting. You just keep tapping that phone and connecting people to it. And if you do, we apply the math starts working for you. This is a numbers game. 6 months in, and you're up to 2,500 rand a month. Oh, but Brendan, the WhatsApp say to me I can earn 90,000 rand a month in 90 days. Yeah, I don't know. No, folks. See, the big difference between DuePoint and everything else is that we're real and they're all fake. In the real world, if you're connecting 2 people a month, all you're going to earn is 2,500 rand a month. But it's an extra 2,500 rand a month. And it's every month. It's 30,000 rand a year. Wouldn't it be nice if you get paid on the first by your job, and in the middle of the month, DuePoint puts another 2,500 rand in your bank account? Wouldn't that start changing things for you? Yeah. And how long have you been with us? For 6 months. And what have you done for us? You've done 2 times 5, 10 people, and 3, 13 people. You've connected 13 people to us. And you're getting 30,000 rand a year. You see, now when people say we don't earn fast enough at DuePoint, I laugh in their face. I laugh. You cannot outperform the earnings that you can earn at DuePoint. It's in your hands. You are responsible for the connections to us. No one else. You want to earn quickly? Connect more people to us. But you are busy. You're too busy. Remember, that's what you said to the person this morning when they tried to get you here. Or when they try to say, I'm too busy for this. Okay, no, I understand that. So, you only carry on putting 2 people in a month, remember, because you're too busy. 2 people. You're here for a year with us, just putting 2 people in a month. Okay, and after a year, you can reasonably expect to be on about 9,000 to 10,000 rand a month. Okay, well, now we're talking. That's 120,000 rand a year. It's not for the pot when you sell the pot, here's your 10,000 rand, sorry, that's it. No, it's now 10,000 rand every month that you have now created for yourself. 120,000 rand a year. You have been here for 1 year. How many of you are going to stick around for 1 year? I know the formula. I know the ratio. I know how many in each of these rows are going to stick around for a year. The rest of you are going to give up. Why are you going to give up? No, because nobody wants to pay for their product. Really? No one? How do we have a business if no one pays for their products? No, there's a percentage that pay. No, nobody wants to grow or add. No, there's a percentage that will grow and add. But you'll go, no, but I spoke to my whole family and they laughed at me. They said this is a pyramid scheme. So that's interesting. There are 9 regulators to this business. We're publicly listed on the JSE. We're licensed, life and short term, with the FSCA. How did we manage to slip a pyramid scheme past them? No. Who of you will do a year? Who of you right now would like to increase your earnings by 10,000 Rand? Yes, all right. So if I said to you, you've got to go outside and every day for the rest of this year, you need to dig a trench for me outside here and I'll pay you 10 grand a month afterwards. Would you go outside and dig that trench? Some of you would, some of you wouldn't. But if I said to you, I need you to tap your phone and I need you to just keep tapping your phone, would you do that for 10,000 Rand? All right. So how many of you are going to stick around for a year? All of you. I'm going to take a picture quickly. I want all of your faces here. All your faces. I've already told you, we'll take questions afterwards. I've already told you that it's not going to be easy. I've told you that. People are going to let you down, but that's not your task at DuePoint. Your task is to find new people and connect them. And the maths starts building. You do it for 2 years, that 10 becomes 27,000. This is not fake, folks. We've already got people that have proven the maths and beyond. I'm just giving you one example. 27,000 is 360,000 Rand a year. You are now part of the top third of earners in the country in terms of SARS, the tax man. You're now the top third. You've done it in 2 years. You do it for 3 years, you're up to 40 to 45,000 Rand. You do it for 4, it's 60,000. You do it for 5 and you're on 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. That's R1 million a year. How many of you are able to do it for 5 years? If I told you that in half a decade we can get you to be a millionaire, would you do it? Yeah. Well, we have got individuals that have done it. Okay. And they're believers. They keep going. It doesn't stop there. I just got tired of drawing this thing. It keeps going. You can go as long. There is no ceiling to your earnings. We've already got people that have done it. But there's few of them. Because very few South Africans are willing to put time in. We're lazy. We are lazy. We lack self-discipline. At the beginning of this year, your New Year's resolutions, today's the 1st of June, is a good day to do a dipstick test on New Year's resolutions. Those of you who said, this year I'm going to the gym, I'm getting back in shape. You still doing the gym now? No. Those of you who might have said, this year I'm learning to play a new instrument. It's happening. I'm learning to play the guitar, I'm learning to play the piano. Any of you still doing it? No? Ooh. Folks, we are lazy as South Africans. But there is a percentage of you that are tired of being in the position you're in. There's a percentage of you that say, you know what, this is the year it ends, and it does end for that percentage. And you've got to ask yourself if you're in that percentage. This room is already divided between those that will and those that won't. But there are those in this room that will. There are. And their lives will never be the same again. You are not looking at anything like you have ever seen before. In South Africa today, DuePoint is the only economically viable solution for the average South African. And you're sitting right in front of this tool right now. You're right in front of it. It's decision-making time for you. We put people on stage every single month to show you that this is real. Tens of thousands of South Africans are already involved in DuePoint. You are not the first, and you won't be the last. And we show you people earning different amounts of money. Some earning a lot, some earning a little, some earning in between. We don't care. We don't have to show you only the 5 people shooting the lights out. We show you everybody, because you could be any one of these people. You could be extremely busy, like Paul. Paul was here on our stage 2 weeks ago. In fact, he's here this morning somewhere. You'll find him. There he is. Right here. I'm like, I can't see him. It's not inside, it's on top. There we go. Yeah, that's right. Paul's busy, full-time employed. One of the top employees of his business for like the last decade. Now, it's one thing to be the top employee of your company for 1 year, but to do it every year for a decade, that means one thing. You don't have time. Because your time is being poured into that thing. You don't have time. So Paul's been doing this in and out, on the edges. He was talking to me about how hard he's been struggling to find time to do DuePoint. How that's actually a challenge. It's a challenge to find because his time is sucked up on his job at the moment. But he has just been finding a little bit of time for 10 months. As long as it takes to make a baby. That's how long he's been doing this. And after 10 months, he now earns about 3 grand a month with us. So on the side, it's 40 grand a year. 40 grand a year in something that he's doing as a hobby, on the side, chipping away. Every now and then he'll just connect someone. Just connect someone. Every now and then, maybe 1 or 2 people a month. Connect somebody. Connect somebody. 1 or 2, and $3,000 a month. That's great. Middle of the month, boom, $3,000. Does it for another 10 months. It could be $6,000 or $7,000. That's amazing. He's still got his job, still earning his income, you know. But there's this now $6,000 or $9,000 or $10,000 that's coming in. It's a tool that he has picked up. But Don's down in PE, sent us up a fantastic video of him and his team talking about how he's building wealth down in PE. This is a nationwide business, guys. We're not just Joburg. We're everywhere. And Don said he's an entrepreneur. He's always working in multiple. Whenever I talk to him, he's got a new business going. He's doing this. He's doing that. He's a motivational speaker. He's a trainer. Super busy. I'm always marveled that he finds time to do DuePoint because I see him all over the place. He's never doing DuePoint. And yet, for 2.5 years, it's just slowly been chipping away at a guy here, connect a guy here, connect a guy here, just between things. And we now put $11,368 in his bank account every month. And he said to me, Brendan, I don't know why I've been wasting my time on everything else. If you watch his testimony, it's on our YouTube channel. He says, I suddenly realized I'm getting $10,000 a month into my bank account. What am I doing with everything else? If I'd spend more time on this, I'd be getting $100,000 a month into my bank account. But he'll take $120,000, $130,000 a month now, a year now. $130,000. After 2.5 years of just doing it like whenever, have you seen this thing? Check this out. Just every now and then. And he's on it. But maybe that's not you. Maybe you say, no, boys and girls, I need to be earning quicker and more sooner. No problem. We got all of those. I'm just showing you different people every month. You can go to our YouTube channel, folks. Go to it. YouTube, search DuePoint. Slide down to the bottom. It says, Wealth Engineers Tell All. You'll find over 100 testimonies of people on every end of the spectrum. Every end of the spectrum. You want to earn $100,000 a month? No problem. There's somebody with a story about that. You want to earn $5,000 a month? There's somebody with a story about that. You want to earn $50,000 a month? Somebody with a story about that. We haven't been around for 5 minutes. We've been around long enough to prove our mathematics. Go spend some time watching our testimonies, and you'll see the stories of people and how they change their circumstances with us here. The second way that we create wealth for you is through our XP Rewards program. This is our training program. We're going to teach you how to do this. We actually take your hand and we lead you through the process of wealth creation. You're not on your own. Everything you need is built into this training program. And as you complete the steps and watch the training and participate, we give you XP points. XP points are your experience points. You become more and more experienced as a wealth engineer with us. As they accumulate and your channel grows, they match at certain points, and we rank you up when they do. And when we rank you up, we give you cash. Cash at each rank that grows and grows and grows. Then at rank 5, we start equipping you with tools. At rank 5, you get a full business kit from us. All the things you need to connect people to DuePoint, we give you. You can buy some of these things outside if you want right now before you get to rank 5, but you get the full kit when you reach rank 5. Then at rank 7, we import for you a custom-made gold leafed and gold gilded set of business cards. It's yours. When you hand somebody a card from a set that's worth 20,000 Rand, they pay attention. Like, damn, what do you do that you've got gold gilded business cards? It's an opportunity to connect people to us. And then at rank 9, for those that go the distance, they don't quit because people laughed at them or didn't pay or promised them the world and didn't deliver. They don't quit, they just keep connecting. For those that do that and get to rank 9, well, then we take you and your family away every year for the rest of your life, as long as you maintain your channel size with us. 5-star business class, all expenses paid for a week in December. Now, again, we see all the WhatsApps and all the Facebooks with the pictures of the holidays and for all of these other things. I always laugh at them because when it comes to the actual holiday, it's generally the caravan park somewhere with a basic meal and it's only you and you're going economy class. You're not allowed to you've got to get yourself to OR Tambo even if you live in Cape Town. I've seen ones where you've got to pay the airport tax. Folks, it's all expenses paid. We're not mucking around. We are a public listed insurance company. When you make rank 9, you and your family, at no cost to you, get transferred to OR Tambo, no matter where you are in the country, and taken away not in economy class. South Africans are tired of economy class. I don't want to sit there anymore. Business class. Okay? For a week, all expenses paid. 5-star deluxe. We've booked our hotel already this year. We've been going for years. We know this one's already. We paid deposits, the air tickets already. We're waiting for you. We're waiting for you. We know where we're going. It's a new location this year. And it is super 5-star deluxe again. And every other one of these things you've been to, they've had to show you pictures they copied off the internet. I've seen some fun ones where people go to Tambo and take pictures themselves, but there's never any more pictures after. You don't see them on the plane. You don't see the destination they went to. They just have, I'm going on my trip, click, and that's the only picture you ever see. No, we actually have been going on these trips for years, and therefore I can show you for real what it looks like as a wealth engineer. Wealth engineers you will see in the audience here today, and they may be connecting you live now, who've been away with us, with their families. You'll see their wives, you'll see their children, and you'll see the quality of the trips we go on. And it's yours at no cost if you're willing to put the two ingredients in, time and numbers. Not stopping because people let you down. You just keep connecting. And then your Decembers look like this. Well, that looks reasonable. It looks like it should be reasonable, don't you think? Wouldn't it be nice to take your family away on something like that? Isn't it nice that I can show you that it's been delivered already? You see, we deliver on everything that we promise here at DuePoint. We have repeatedly over the years. Everything that we deliver on, we put in the public domain. You can find it on our website and on our YouTube channel. You can see it all there. And so, folks, we ask the question again, who's going to be there with us? If I said to you, dig a trench outside for a year or two, and I will take you away on holiday with your family for the rest of your life, you'd do it. But when I say, connect people to me, then suddenly it's a problem. It's not a problem. You're not selling. You're not presenting. You're not doing any of that work. You're just using our tech. But you are going to have to put time in. Those that go rank 9 don't get there in 5 minutes. Some of them have. This chap got there in 5 months. But others have taken 31 months to get there. Would you be willing to put 3 years in to know that every year thereafter for the rest of your life, potentially you and your family go away? It's nothing like waking up on the 1st of January and knowing that your overseas trip is booked for in December already. Booked and paid for. There's nothing like that sensation. Who's going to be joining us? We got 6 months still before we go on our next trip. Any one of you can make it if you want. But if you don't, we're going next year too. We're going next year too. So you can join us then. It's completely up to you. At rank 11, we give you another useful tool. It's your own car. It's not branded. It's not financed through us. It's not rented from us. And we don't give it to you and take it away. It's your car. Because it is a tool you will use to build wealth. And that's 11 of our 28 mapped ranks. It's the first third. What do you think is in the other 2/3 if we've got cars and holidays already in the first third? Do you want to find out? Would you like to know? Well, then come spend some time with us. Come and spend some time with us. Folks, we create this wealth off the back of our financial services products. Remember, I told you debit order-based system because it creates wealth. We have 4 of the finest products in their categories in South Africa today. And the first one is our Access Wealth Plan. It costs 324 Rand a month. For that, you get 2 independent products. Your first is 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. And your second is your very own tax-free investment account. Now, we take 100 Rand of your 324 and we put it into your investment account every single month so that you start growing an asset with us. It's your money. You start growing an asset with us before you've even connected your first person. Then the second product we have is our Wealth Guard product. It's 249 Rand a month. For that, you get 1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. No waiting periods, no medical examinations or declarations, and no maximum age limits. Anybody of any circumstance in South Africa can be a wealth engineer for less than 250 Rand a month. This is something you've got to seriously consider. I say to people, 249 Rand, oh, that's too much. Really? What do you get for 249 Rand these days? What do you get? It's less than $20 US a month. It's crazy. And we're not even a foreign company. We're a South African. What do we buy? These days, if you fill up your 50-litre petrol tank, you spend 289 Rand on tax alone. 249 Rand is the gateway. It's the ticket. It's the key to changing everybody's wealth forever. Our third product is our Family Wealth Funeral Plan. It starts at $299 and gives you a whole lot of options. You can pick between 5 or 10 family members. You can pick between 20 or 30,000 Rands worth of cover. And you as the principal member get 10,000 Rands worth of outstanding debt cover, which means when you pass away, we settle 10,000 Rands of your debt so that your family don't have to. These are the best products in their categories in South Africa today. Our fourth product is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. It's $299 a month to be a member. As a member, you get access to all of our suppliers. We have hosts of suppliers across the industry that give us discounts and prices and vouchers and VIP services and packages, all sorts of things you couldn't get, but now you can as a member. It means you can re-engineer your monthly expenditure. Remember I told you you've lost control of your income and your expenditure? This is a tool that you can use to get control again of your expenditure. Every one of our products has a review and training video on it. Go and watch them. You might say, no, I don't like reading, or I don't want to read the policy document. That's fine, I've got a video for you. Go watch the video and you will understand how to get maximum benefit out of every one of these products before you've even started connecting people to us. Folks, every month we run an Achiever Quest. It starts on the 1st and ends on the 31st of every month. That means you are right bang on day 1 of our Achiever Quest for June. It starts today. And it says if you can put 10 people in and get them paid in this month. So you've got to put them in and get them paid. If you can do that in each calendar month, every calendar month that you do that in will give you a 5,000 Rand bonus on top of your returns and your rewards. That's 60,000 Rand a year, ladies and gentlemen. Every month, what do you got to do? Connect 10 people and get them paid. And you could potentially increase your earnings this month by 5,000 Rand. This month. But if you connect 20 people this month and get them paid, we'll make it 10 grand. If you connect 30 people and get them paid by the end of this month, we'll give you 15 grand. That's 180,000 Rand a year. And it's available for you. You will choose if you do this. If somebody says to you, DuePoint, you earn too slowly, you laugh in their faces. You can choose to earn as fast as you like, and with this, you are instantly earning income. You are instantly cash flow flush, and you are able to now go from 5 to 50 to 500,000 if you want a month. It is up to you with our Achievers Quest. It starts today. And you've got the whole weekend ahead of you to find people, connect them, and get their debit orders in. You with me? All right. But that's not all we're doing. In DuePoint, we have our 365 challenge running this year, 2019. It says if you can connect 365 people to us in 365 days. When does your 365 start? The day you join us. So if you become a wealth engineer today, you've got 365 days from today. If you can put 365 people in that period, we'll give you the equivalent of 1.25 million rands worth of value. Anyone here getting a 1.25 million rand bonus at the end of this year? No? No, what a surprise. Anyone here who's got any opportunity of earning 1.25 million rand for real this year? No, there's lots of things that'll promise it to you, but at DuePoint it's already delivered. It's already delivered. How do we deliver it to you? If you achieve this, then at the end of your 365 days, we give you a check for 365,000 rand. Your channel with 365 people in it will have grown. And we know it'll have grown past rank 9, which means you'll be coming away with us on a rank 9 holiday. We also know that it'll have grown past rank 11, which means that in the next year, you may, for the very first time in your life, have got yourself a brand new car. But what's more important than all of that, ladies and gentlemen, is wealth. We're in the business of wealth. By putting 365 people into your channel and it having grown to past rank 11, you can reasonably expect to be earning between 40 and 50,000 rand a month with us. That's the big money. That's the life-changing money. It's the returns. 40 to 50,000 is 500 to 600,000 rand a year. Do you want to change your lives? Or do you want to continue on the path that you're on? You need to ask that question. Do you want to continue on the path that you're on? Because it's not getting you anywhere. You know that. It is just spinning your wheels every week. Or you can get serious about connecting South Africans to us. And if you do, your life will never, ever be the same again. We're around the country, as I said, and we visit different cities all the time, really just to show you that I'm not a computer graphic, because you'll be amazed at how many people refuse to accept me live on TV is not real. You'll be amazed. Where's Phil? Phil's here this morning. He says some of his friends say to him, no, you're doing something with a remote. No, I'm quite real, I assure you. It's Saturday morning. I'm here, okay, with all of you. But I go to the different cities to show you I'm real. And on the 20th of July, we'll be down in Bloemfontein. We're expecting to see the whole of the Free State there. And we're expecting to see wealth engineers from around the country there that morning. This is an opportunity for you to build nationwide wealth. Are we going to do it? If we are going to do it, we need you to book your tickets right now. Go to events on our website or on our app, scroll down to the event, click attend and book your tickets. They're free. Like everything at DuePoint, they're free. We don't charge you for anything. We had an incredible Eastern Cape convention, and this one is going to be just as good. Let's get everybody there. We need to book the venue. We need to know how big to book, so get your tickets booked in now so that we can get that ready for you. 20th of July, we're coming down to Bloemfontein. Folks, if you want to become a wealth engineer today, super simple. You're going to go to our website, DuePoint.net. You're going to read the pages, watch the videos if you want, and then you fill out the form. You click join or apply, fill it out. Less than 3 minutes. You're a wealth engineer, not a single cent having left your pockets. Not a single cent. You don't pay to be a wealth engineer. You're going to pick this tool up today, and you've got the rest of this weekend to connect people. I always marvel. Sunday is the best day to be connecting people to DuePoint. Now I'm at church. Fantastic. How many people are at your church? No, like 400. Excellent. There's 400 people to connect. Go crazy. Okay? This is an awesome opportunity. How are you going to connect people when you work? You have to work. So today and tomorrow are days to connect people to DuePoint. Pick this tool up and get going out there. If you want to do more research about us, go and do it. Go to the JSC's website and look us up under Conduit Capital. You'll find us listed. Public company. Go to Constantia's website. You'll find our financial statements, our directors, our BEE status. It's all there. Go to the regulator sites, FSCA's website. You'll find our life licenses, our short-term licenses, our FSP licenses. All there. All available for you. This is not like anything you have seen before. Everything else you've seen before is fake. What you are seeing here is 7 decades of building a business in the financial services sector of South Africa. This Tuesday, we have a very special presentation at 6:30. We call it our Tell All Tuesday. It's when we go and we get more people from around the country who are building wealth with us and we put them on our stage. We have an awesome, awesome selection of individuals from different provinces this month that are going to be on the stage talking about how they're building wealth. It is an incredibly important evening, wealth engineers, for you. Why? Because it's time to bring your guests and your channels to get some belief. When you sit in here and you hear how people are changing their lives, it builds your belief. And we need you here. Put it in your diaries now. If you're brand new here today, we'll see you here on Tuesday night. Those of you around the country, we'll be broadcasting as usual at 6:30. Tune in and make sure you're not sitting alone. You should never, ever be sitting alone when you watch the DuePoint presentation. You should always have people you're connecting with us. There are enough people in South Africa for you to do that every day. But this Tuesday at 6:30, very special presentation for us to do. Folks, at 11:30 today, so that's in about 40 minutes time, I'm going to do what's called a launch workshop here. In here, I teach you how to make money fast. I do. I'm not going to beat around the bush. That's what we do. If you want to get in here and start earning income that changes your life by the end of this month, then you want to come and join me for 40 minutes at 11:30 today. Those of you watching around the country, tune back in at 11:30 with your guys. Go lock the doors to your houses and that now so people can't leave. And at 11:30, you tell them I've got one more presentation to watch. If you want to learn how to earn effectively, permanently, life-changing, intergenerational wealth, and you want to do it fast enough to change your life this year, then at 11:30 I want to see you back in here. Nothing you do today is more important than that. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Go outside, get signed up, and we'll see you all in here at 11:30. Cheers.